Good morning and good evening, afternoon, whatever time it might be, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our video today on how to save yourself on gas. So we're going to go very basic. If you're using Ethereum blockchain, you're aware there are high charges in gas fees. Not my favorite blockchain, to be honest, other than buy Ethereum, have it on exchange, sell it when the price goes up, or have to buy an NFT because the utility of the NFT is something I desire, etc., etc. I don't use Ethereum for DeFi or anything, but you may want to. You may have your own reasons. You may have your own budget and be able to afford gas. So this is just a little video to help people who are trying to save on gas wherever you can, however you want to. There are various methods to save gas, be reimbursed for gas and things like that, but we're just going to go really basic in terms of monitoring your gas and choosing optimized times when you may want to do your transaction. Okay, so let's get into it. So first thing I want to cover is get yourself a browser that is optimized for Web3, developed for Web3. Why am I saying this? It may not necessarily save you in gas fees, but it will give you extra security. It will give you extra features. It will have integrated wallets. Opera have been around for 25 years or more. They are basically an OG in the browser space. They have been developing a crypto browser now for several years. If you go to opera.com/crypto/next, or you can just go to opera.com, go to the products, and you will see various products that they have. You could go into all products and I'm sure the Web3 browser would come up, but we can just go along here to the Web3 tab. Click into the Web3 tab and then you'll see information about their Web3 browser. So let's run through this. So let's run through this and show you what we've got here with our browser that we can have from Opera, and then we'll go into some extensions that you can use to help monitor your gas. So Opera browser, so experience the Web3 browser for crypto users. Get crypto-orientated security enhancements, manage multiple crypto wallets simultaneously, access Discord, Telegram, and more directly from a sidebar. I'm using my Chromebook at the moment. Unfortunately, I cannot install anything that's not Chrome. I do have I have Brave, but it's like a Brave version. That's not the complete version. It's more like an app on the Google Store. But if you're using a Windows computer or maybe a Mac, then you'll be able to download the crypto browser here. I do have another computer that I borrow sometimes, and it's very good. As it says here, you've got integrated Telegram and Discord and other things in the sidebar. So on the left hand side there's a sidebar and things just pop up and you can just chat away while you're still on your website. So it's really good, really easy to save time, speed, and things like that. So yeah, we're just going to go down. You see some features. You've got wallet selectors. You can have different wallets that you can have integrated into it, and all of the extensions that you can get on Chrome or you would get on Brave. You can get all those extensions here on this crypto browser as well. It has a VPN. It has technology that protects you from phishing, secure clipboard, malicious address detector, and industry first multi-wallet management tool, the wallet selector. So definitely go check it out at opera.com. Go to the Web3 browser. You can have mobile as well, Apple, Android. So definitely check that out, and I'll let you look more through that and the features that you've got here. So you've got your browser, and okay, so you've got your browser. Now, how do we actually like track gas and things like that? So what I would advise is that you look up a extension called DeFi Gas Price Extension, and the DeFi Price Gas Extension is something that I've been using now for maybe a couple of years. I can't quite remember how I discovered it, but it gives you live. It's delayed. It's a bit laggy, but it does give you information on gas prices, so you can go and read up about that here. There are other extensions as well. alerts and things like that. If you get gas price alerts, you've got a certain price that you want to do things at, then it can alert you about that. And there's other extensions as well you'll see in the later bit, but this is the one that I'm using anyway, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So click here on the right hand side. I've already got the extension. You can see here now, this information isn't always completely accurate, but it gives me a little bit of an idea of what they possibly could be. So you can see here, you can filter by day, month, year, etc. This gives you a bit of perspective. Now, right now you're seeing 30 Gwei. 30 to 40 Gwei is reasonable in my eyes in terms of Ethereum. If you can ever get a spot when it's 25, that's great, but it's all relative. It's all relative to the traffic and the use of the network at any given time. So what I would say is zoom out a bit. So let's have a look at the month. Okay, so what's going on with the month? So you can see spikes here. Different spikes happen. It's low, it spikes. It lows, it spikes. It lows, it spikes. It lows, it spikes. Okay, so those are days spiking in the month, or weeks in the month, where there's particular high traffic. Okay, and you can see this tail end of the month has got even higher with the increasing of liquidity and prices into the market, and things have pumped up a lot. Usually that creates a lot of activity. People are using dexes and transferring off exchanges and transferring out of wallets and selling crypto and stuff, and that creates different traffic situations and uses more of the network and increase those prices. So as prices in it go up, that happens. Also, equally, when we have major crashes, people panic and try to sell stuff, and they're trying to get their liquidity out of the dexes and all that kind of thing. That equally creates a lot of traffic. But when the price action of crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, is going pretty much sideways, as you can see for a lot of the month, the traffic was kind of at a certain level. It kind of not major ups and major downs, but little spikes relative in a range. Okay, so we're going to go now to the month, or the week, sorry. So we got to the week. So this is the week price history within the week. So this week, beginning of the week was as 14th, 17th, 18th. There we go. So that's how we looked at. So the week. We can look at the day. So within a day, how did it start? Okay, and then it got lower. And then we can look at the 12-hour, and then we can look at the 6-hour, and etc. etc. I don't think there's any point in going into the 6-hour, the 12-hour. I would say look at the day, and you can start to get an idea of what times of the day is typically. Now, get it in your mind that it's relative within what kind of week we're having, what kind of month are we having on the network, because you may be like, oh, I only want to get 25 Gwei. Oh, it's never hitting that because it's always at 30 or above, 36 or above, because it's relative. So you got to look at the week, look at the month, and think, what is relative to that I think, okay, realistically, what have I been seeing all week and seeing all month in terms of prices? Okay, 40 Gwei is an acceptable low. I won't want to pay 50. I won't want to pay 60 Gwei, because that's just out of budget. That just makes something ridiculous, like I've seen a 20 cents NFT. I tried to buy a 20-cent NFT and it cost $35 because the Gwei was at 60s, that kind of thing. So that's a way that you can track it. I always make sure that, I look at that and I see what it's saying, but it's not necessarily always accurate. So I will go to Etherscan, and then I will look up on Etherscan, which is the block explorer for Ethereum, and look at the live information on Etherscan just to confirm the information I'm getting from the extension. Just wait for that to load up. So yeah, so this is live data coming from the Etherscan block explorer for Ethereum, and I'll just make sure I check that against what I'm seeing here. So this really what I'm using this for, the extension, is to give me that graph, to give me that visual look of like, okay, this is the way the week looks, this is the way the month looks, and I'm thinking realistically between 36 to 45 is going to be the range of Gwei that I feel like is acceptable lower level. And it's relative. If we're dealing with the height of the bull run, you're never going to get those prices. it might be 60 to 70 is considered reasonable at that time. And that's why I don't like Ethereum. And that's it. I'm going to admit I'm just not a fan because my own personal situation does not allow me to afford those kind of gas prices. But anyway, we're here right now. We're in a point of a little bit of euphoria. People are speculating, are we going to the bull run, etc., etc. We've probably got a long while until the bull run really fully here. But if you're migrating your giraffe onto a Solana, you're going to want to unstake them and all that kind of stuff. And, just do things while things are cheap. Why not? Dollar cost average in your Ethereum, stack it up, use it when you need to. But let's get back to the point. So that was the extension. We've covered a browser. We've covered etherscan.io gas tracker for live information. But how else can we kind of get an idea? If you're not building up a picture, you haven't been watching this for long, like me, and getting an idea of like, okay, that's acceptable within the week, that's acceptable within the month, then we can also look at historical information. This is historical information, doesn't necessarily equate to what will happen, but it gives us a bit of an idea. So typically there are different times of the day and different days of the week where you would have higher levels. So we've got here with the red, it's the highest, and with the pink into the white almost, that is the low levels. So typically a Sunday is low, typically a Monday is low, but then as we get into the midweek, we start to see higher levels, more concentrated color, and etc., etc. And then we get into the tail end of the week, and then we get into the Saturdays as well. Weekends are great. And also, if you are not in America while the Americans are sleeping, usually because they have a bigger demographic using the blockchains, there's more congestions when the Americans are online. Asia is quite big too, but America and Nigeria have the biggest demographics that use crypto, Bitcoin, etc. So while the Americans are asleep, the gas is cheap. While Americans are asleep, the gas is cheap. Right now, we're in the UK. Right now, my current time here is 9:23 a.m. on a Thursday morning. So let's have a look at it. I don't know if this is in EST. I don't know what time zone this chart is showing me at all. I have no idea, but let's have a look. We're here on a Thursday, GMT +1. So it's showing me in local time. Okay, so I'm in GMT +1 because we're in the summer. We've got summertime now. And if I go up to 9, so look, it's about 9 o'clock. Yep, so look at 9, and that'll be 10. So we're looking at 9 and 10, 50 Gwei is been a kind of historical price. Well, we know it's not that right now. So this is not live data. We know we're at 36 Gwei because of Etherscan, and we know because of my extension. So that isn't accurate, but that gives you an idea. So, that was at 50 something, throughout the day on a Thursday, kind of seems to fluctuate in between, and you see like a little spike there. So how that information is gathered, I don't know. There are other historical charts. I couldn't find the other one, but there is another one as well, but it just gives you an idea. So typically weekends, Americans are sleeping, Americans are sleeping, Americans are sleeping. So Sunday is pretty much a low day, really hardly any activity. People like their Sundays. It's human psychology tends to be like, I don't know, people just don't do as much on the weekend for whatever reason. That's a great time to come and use the blockchain and have less gas prices. Or you have a time where before the Americans wake, so maybe in the East Coast, and maybe you're getting up at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and then you're doing stuff then. You can also automate your MetaMask to do stuff. You can set up things like that, but I don't use MetaMask. I have my reasons why I don't want to use MetaMask. I do use alternatives such as Block Wallet, which give me more kind of privacy, security, things like that. And it's based on a MetaMask, so you can still use the same sort of features, but you will look up how to save gas on MetaMask, and you can use the same kind of technique. We also have a website here that is Estimator. So I don't know how well this works, because I never used it before, but it gives you kind of estimating. I don't know if it's live at all, but we're just having a little look at it. So we've got the date here, the 16th. Where are we now? We're now on the 21st. So for where are we now? Is it really? Oh, that's right. It's Thursday. It's Friday. Wow. I'm sorry. My day is completely off. It's a Friday, not a Thursday. So go back to historical information. So we've got Friday at 9 a.m. my time. Yeah, so kind of lowish, and it was, we were in 36. So end of the week, early mornings. So yeah, so estimated here. So we've got like from 8 o'clock. Where's 9 o'clock? I'm not too sure what that is. Is that reverse? It goes from bottom to top. Okay, so we're not actually there yet. Okay, so 8 o'clock it gave a prediction of 40. Anyway, you kind of get an idea here. So it looks like 15th prices were high, low during the week. So does that correspond to? Oh, that's not the right app. Does that correspond to our tracker? Let's have a look. So within the week, okay, so where was Tuesday? Tuesday was the 18th, so we'll go along 18th, there was 18th, and there's the timestamp, so 18th, most of the day, morning, pretty low, and then it kind of started to go up, and then by the evening, it was spiking up into the 80s. So did that happen? Well, this predictor did not say that, so that is not accurate information. So I don't know. You can explore this. You can look at historical, you can look at predictive, but you could also go to live information and just start to build up a picture of yourself of like, okay, these days of the week and this time of the week within this month or within this week is what we're probably looking at. Good thing with the DeFi Saver extension, you can set an amount of GUI that you want, and it will give you an alert, and you can set that. So there you go. When that hits, it will let me know. But you got to be realistic. If you're not seeing, day by day lows of 30, if you're not seeing lows of 25, then don't bother setting it for that price. Look at what the lowest have been each day of the week or each week of that month, and then just base your alerts on what you realistically are seeing the lows to be. And if you set it a little bit above the low and then you watch it live to see if it goes down a bit, that's fine. But as I said, you can set your MetaMask to when certain levels have hit, then the transaction will go through. Be aware if a spike happens, it will get your transaction stuck, and until the network calms down again and gas levels come down again to the level that you set on your MetaMask or block wallets limiting feature for gas, then transaction will not go through until those levels are hit again. Anyway, so that was that today. Thank you very much for joining us. And we have in the description of this video the links and the websites to everything I've mentioned. So we've gone through Opera browser, DeFi Saver extension, using Etherscan for live information of what's happening right now on the network, and then historical and predictive data as well. Hope you have a lovely day and happy hunting. And make sure to share and subscribe my YouTube channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Would love to get up to 100 subscribers, and then we can back up our content over to Odyssey, which is a decentralized version of in fact, let me show you Odyssey. Why not? Let's get Odyssey. And Odyssey, yep. So it's a great alternative to YouTube. YouTube being owned by Google, YouTube being a platform that censors creators. Odyssey, let me just get it going up first. So yes, so Odyssey, really great platform. If you think of how YouTube was maybe like 10, 15 plus years ago, kind of like that really. Like it's we can as creators on YouTube, you can sync your account automatically back up onto Odyssey, and Odyssey uses the library protocol, and it decentralizes video content, so it's censorship resistant, and it's just good stuff really. I mean, got very much like different categories that you might be familiar with: gaming, lifestyle, etc. What I like, if you're into the Web3 blockchain crypto, they have Finance 2.0, which that is Finance 2.0 being Web3 blockchain and all that kind of stuff. At the beginning of my journey into Web3, Odyssey was something I was coming on quite a lot. Obviously, there are big creators that on YouTube that aren't using Odyssey, and they could just sync up, like automatically syncs, it automatically brings over the metadata, it does all the things automatically for creators. But yeah, if you follow someone on YouTube and you really like their content, I mean, we've got Wendy O, she's pretty big. We've got Crypto Tips, they're big on YouTube. You know, these are people, Trader University. So there are people that I follow. And when I watch their content on Odyssey, I get paid, or awarded, I should say, I get rewarded in the LBC token. And this token I can use to tip the creators. I can boost their content. Basically, it's just an internal economy that you can support a creator who's using the platform, and you are awarded for watching things, you're awarded for inviting people to the platform and other stuff like that. So I am going to put my link for my referrals. I'm going to invite you all, so please make sure that you go to this link here, odyssey.$invite / at the fuzzy rebel .free, but that's a lot to remember. I'll just get this copied and put it in the description below. You can see some of the invitations there. Some people claimed to invite, some people didn't. Yeah, and that's it really. So that's it. We'd like, let's get that going. It is Web3, it's independent creators, it's just YouTube. If you look into YouTube and the way they work and the way they monetize and, owned by Google, then, you can come to your own conclusions on that. But yeah, definitely check out Odyssey. I think it's a great platform. I think it's a great platform for people to back up their content, so videos can get taken down on YouTube. But with Odyssey, because of using blockchain technology and because of being censorship resistant, the content does not get taken down. And we know about YouTube creators who are creating content that isn't necessarily breaking rules. I don't think, they're not inciting hate or other kind of things like that. They're just talking about, perhaps they're just telling some truths that mainstream media doesn't want to know, or they're talking about crypto and banking system, governments. They're not a fan of crypto, so sometimes crypto creators get taken down on that platform as well. But thank you very much for your time. Have a lovely day. Make sure you subscribe to me, and make sure you subscribe to me on Odyssey as well. Have a lovely day. Take care and goodbye.